there, friends. I hope you're doing well. I'm Laura, aka Weird Barbie, and today we're reviewing an indie dungeon crawler RPG called Dread Delusion. If you're new to the channel, welcome. I make Let's Plays and review games from an ADHD, autistic perspective. And if you're more into MMOs, I review those over on my main channel, Lo-Fi Leveling. Alright, let's talk about one of the strangest, most fascinating worlds I've stepped into in a long time. Dread Delusion absolutely nails the gritty, ephemeral vibe that it aimed for, where gore and psychedelic colors overlap to form something that feels like a fever dream, and plays like a hybrid of early Zelda and Kingsfield. It's haunting, dreamlike, and strangely cozy in that post-apocalyptic, the world has already ended but we're all still here kind of way. The entire world is a series of floating islands, suspended above the cursed surface of a ruined planet. Humanity clings to survival among the remnants of dead gods and forgotten machines, all wrapped in a thick fog of denial and half-remembered history. Everywhere you go, you can feel the weight of that history pressing in. It's a world built on delusion, and the more you learn, the more you realize that maybe everyone, including you, is part of the lie. Dread Delusion isn't just a title. It's the framework for how the entire game thinks. It engages deeply with the intertwined concepts of dread, delusion, and alchemical transformation. Delusion is the starting point of your journey. You gain power not through experience points, but by collecting delusions, mystical skulls representing distorted knowledge and fragmented memories of the past. This isn't just a clever mechanic, it's the game's central metaphor. Every level up asks you to consider, is my growing power genuine, or am I simply sinking deeper into the world's fractured, unreliable reality? The more you collect, the stronger you become, but also the more complicit you feel in the same self-deception that infects the world's inhabitants. It's brilliant, unsettling design. As you uncover the history of this broken world, you encounter two major factions: the apostatic union, who worship science and reject the divine, and the god-worshipping cults, who crave the return of their fallen deities. Neither side is pure, and the game makes sure that you feel that. You're constantly presented with moral dilemmas, quests that ask you to choose between imperfect, often disturbing outcomes. There's no paragon or renegade choice here, just different shades of compromise. That's where the dread comes from, realizing there might not be a right answer. The writing leans heavily into Lovecraftian influence, but with a melancholy twist. It's not about fear of the unknown, it's about the horror of knowing too much. Mechanically, Dread Delusion plays like a blend of old-school RPG systems with modern accessibility. You can't save scum your way through decisions or tough fights. Autosaves happen only at specific points, like discovering new items or advancing quests. Manual saves and respawn points are tied to mana crystals, giving every step forward a sense of consequence. Exploration is the heart of the experience, though. The game rewards curiosity constantly, with hidden delusions, cryptic NPCs, and strange, beautiful secrets tucked into every corner. It's easy to get lost here, not because the map is confusing, but because the world keeps whispering, just one more ledge, just one more path. If you focus on exploration over combat, you'll not only uncover more delusions, but also gain access to skill checks and alternate routes earlier on. Character creation in Dread Delusion starts strong by letting you customize your backstory, which directly shapes your starting stats. It's such a smart touch from the devs, because while you may not know much about the world or your purpose, you do know who you are and what's shaped you. There are 4 primary attributes that define your build: Might governs attack and defense. Guile manages stamina, agility, and lockpicking. Wisdom affects lore and spellcasting. And Persona controls health regeneration, charm, and bartering. A high Persona stat can even help you talk your way out of fights or gather valuable information from NPCs. Since normal mode is fairly forgiving, I actually recommend focusing on utility skills like agility and guile early on. They make exploration faster and open up new paths, which is where the real progression lies. Combat in Dread Delusion is simple but surprisingly satisfying. It's not a punishing Souls-like. It's challenging enough to keep you engaged, but never unfair. You can choose from daggers, swords, greatswords, and bows, and each are upgradable. There's also a multitude of spells, including the ability to summon up to 3 skeletal minions to fight alongside you. The animations in the game feel fluid, especially for a low poly aesthetic. Everything from enemy movements to opening chests has just the right amount of polish without losing that retro charm. And importantly, the game doesn't trap you into one playstyle. You can sneak past enemies as easily as you can kill them, or you can simply out-talk them, or crush them with brute force. Alchemy plays a central role in this game as well, both as a gameplay system and as a metaphor. You can mix ingredients found throughout the world to craft potions and spirits. Potions are straightforward: healing, buffs, utility. But spirits, crafted from reagents that can't form potions, are used to enhance metals and materials, upgrading your gear and expanding what's possible. On a symbolic level, this is where the game gets really interesting. Alchemy in Dread Delusion isn't just crafting, it's about transformation. It represents humanity's attempt to impose order on chaos, to find meaning in a shattered world. But it's also dangerous. Alchemical power often comes from forbidden or corrupt materials, blurring the line between creation and corruption. One of the most striking examples is the ability to brew truth potions, which literally alter how you perceive the world. Drinking one reveals hidden truths and shatters illusions. But those truths are rarely comforting. It's an elegant, chilling metaphor for the game's core tension. Do you really want to see the world as it is? And that's something you have to understand about this game, is that the world itself is the real main character, not you. Every ruin, every grotesque monument to a dead god, every broken island floating in the void, it all tells a story. Humanity's survival here feels fragile, even accidental, and the atmosphere of unease is constant. The visual style, with its low poly textures and surreal colors, walks the line between nostalgia and nightmare. It's Lovecraft filtered through dream logic and 90s fantasy art, and it's mesmerizing. Delusion isn't a game about mastering combat or farming loot. It's about understanding the world, and maybe realizing that you never fully can. Its easy difficulty and lack of traditional EXP rewards have been criticized, but honestly, I think that misses the point. This isn't a game about grinding, it's about grasping. It challenges you not to conquer, but to comprehend. The core challenge isn't beating monsters. It's surviving, exploring, and facing the uncomfortable truths that lie beneath the surface. By tying progression to the collection of delusions, the game turns exploration itself into a kind of philosophy lesson. The more you know, the less certain you become. It's this synergy between world, mechanics, and metaphor that makes Dread Delusion special. It combines the exploration of Morrowind, the themes of Lovecraft, and the soul of a surreal 90s art piece, creating something truly unique in the RPG genre. Now, it's not a game for everyone, but for those willing to let go of save scumming, min-maxing, and the urge to power through every fight, it offers a haunting, thought-provoking journey that lingers long after the credits roll. And honestly, it's one of the most memorable RPG experiences I've had in years. Thanks so much for watching, friends. Have you played Dread Delusion? If so, what stat build did you go for? Let me know down in the comments. Hit that like button and subscribe for more indie and RPG reviews from a neurodivergent perspective. And hey, if you love MMOs as much as I do, you can catch me over on my main channel, Lo-Fi Leveling. Take care of yourselves, friends, and until next time, stay curious, stay cozy, and roll for initiative.